Okay, I'm sat here with Dave and with Jeff talking about paganism and talking about their practice of paganism in various ways. And the question I was really interested in asking now was, how does it affect your life? I mean, it affects your intellectual life and your kind of religious and spiritual life, and we've talked about that. But if someone was to kind of watch your life either during an individual day or over a period of time, what would they see you doing that marks you out as pagans, or how does it affect your life in a general sense?
Well, certainly the monthly covenant meeting ones and Sabbaths, dancing in the moon and all the rest. We'll start the Friday training. Once a month ritual, and then the Sabbath cycle.
Yeah.
Training evenings is when we have the covenant come over, and as elders in the covenant we train. Well, and we discuss aspects of paganism as a group. Again, it's also an opportunity for the community, that kind of thing. So and we do quite a lot of that. On a real day-to-day level, I suppose, when I'm somewhere like at work, I wouldn't say I do anything that would particularly mark me out as a pagan, but what I would like to say is I would like to say that the attitude that I face life with is something that comes from paganism. That I definitely try to treat people with respect. I try to treat people the way that I would like myself to be treated.
Which in itself, I mean, that sounds...
Well, again, it's not particularly very different
from any other. For me, certainly what it would be, and what marks it out different, having grown up Catholic and with a completely different outlook on life, and it is very, very different, is that, actually we were talking about it earlier, the positiveness of the pagan mindset. Right. And actually, it's interesting that you said earlier about that paganism has obviously altered our philosophical and religious lives, but what about our day-to-day lives? Kind of interesting, kind of being a philosophy student, you kind of think, well, actually, surely a philosophy that doesn't integrate with your daily life is not a philosophy that's worthwhile living. For me, particularly, at the root of paganism is actually a fundamental difference to Christianity, which is that it sees the world and life as being perfect in and of itself. Christianity, and most religions, in fact, kind of start with this basic premise of the world's broken in some way and we need to have it fixed. It needs to be saved in some way. The human soul is damaged in some way and it needs to be saved, it needs to be redeemed, it needs to have the evil washed out of it, or something else like that. There's this fundamental idea that something's wrong and it needs to be mended. In paganism, you don't get that. In paganism, the pure root of it is based on the world, the earth, the entire universe is both birthed from the goddess and from the gods, pure and beautiful in and of itself, as innocent as a baby is, and also at the same time, because it's panentheist, that universe is God in itself and is divine in itself. So you actually face life every day with kind of going, the world is a beautiful place and I am a beautiful person. I have the potential and the possibility to be an incredible person. And if I live my life every day, always remembering that at my core, but always striving to be better and striving to treat everybody else better and striving to treat everybody else as an aspect, a pure and beautiful aspect of the divine in and of itself that I have just got to get to know. And the more I get to know everybody, and the more I get to know the universe, the more I'm getting to understand the face of God. That really does alter the way that you live your life. You're no longer living sort of vaguely guilty all of the time. You're no longer feeling that there's some big bad policeman in the sky who's watching everything that you do and is going to punish you for the rest of eternity because, I don't know, you looked at porn or something. Paganism isn't like that. It's kind of... So
ideally, although we often fail to live up to our ideals and have bad days and miserable and various things, but ideally, the idea, if I'm kind of hearing you right, is that there should be something celebratory about paganism. That should lead you to look through certain kind of eyes at the world,
Yes.
with that as your baseline,
Yes.
even if you sometimes
Yes.
fail to.
And if they feel that you're doing wrong, I mean, we all have black moods. I actually live with depression. But actually, my paganism's helped with that, because it's actually helped in that there is, without it being fatalistic, there's that feeling that no matter what happens, none of it's evil, none of it's directed by some kind of devil or anything else like that. It's just life evolving shit that happens.
A life,
and sometimes it's for a reason, but it doesn't really matter. The important thing is yes, you live through it, you understand it, you become it, and you evolve through it.
The goddess made the god and goddess made the world a wonderful place, including us as human beings. Enjoy it and take delight in it. You know, obviously you run with it. You must do it with responsibility, but enjoy it and take delight in it. You talked about the idea of celebration. As pagans, 8 times a year, our 8 Sabbaths are celebrations, and that is what they are. They
I think Christmas 8 times a year.
Well, without all the present buying.
That's a lot of chocolate.
But it's that idea of that 8 times a year you get to celebrate the changing seasons, the change within us, just a chance to see friends and enjoy some food with them, do a ritual, have good conversation. That's also you've got the 13 full books as well. So. but that is one of the big aspects of it is that yes, celebrate life, not just your life, but celebrate all life and take delight in all life.
So very much it's kind of about having to try and develop, and not for some people it's easier than others, an attitude that is kind of underpinned by that kind of that ethic. That's the right phrase, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.